Okay. Let's go on this one. I had the wrong key. This one was locked. Damn it. First choice, wrong one. Wouldn't that be freaky if the first one I picked was the right one? Hey, second time's a charm. It's a saying. It's a saying. A lot of broken down televisions around here. Not gonna go in there. The neighborhood's local post box. A letter was sticking out, as if something hadn't pushed in all the way. I knew it wasn't right, but did I look at the letter? I gotta say, reading somebody else's mail is a federal offense, and you really should never do this, but you are a murderer anyway, so why not? The envelope was addressed to Norman, but there was no return address, but the handwriting looked familiar. I took a deep breath and tore open the package. Norman, I'm sending this to you in a letter because I'm afraid to tell you this in person. What we did, well, it wasn't wrong, but my husband isn't an easy man to be with, but he is my husband and your friend. I need some time to sort this out. Away from you both. I'm going away for a while. I'm going to tell him, Norman, so you don't think you can hold that. Oh, it's Norman saying this. So you don't think you can hold that against me? Maybe we'll work it out. I'm not sure I even want to, but he deserves at least that much. Goodbye. Or something. Or was that her saying that? I don't know. I didn't know what to think. My mind was racing. My heart was pounding. I had to get home. I just had to. Yeah, you're gonna go home and look at Rachel's skeleton, aren't you, honey? And that's gonna make it all better, right? Right, I know how this is gonna go. I had entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled through my very clothes. I was expectant, but also afraid. Nice picket fence. He's gonna come home, and Rachel's gonna be there, packing her clothes to leave him. I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was terrified to step inside. I was terrified to come home. The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flicked the light switch by the door. The power was off. I remembered having breakfast here, on this very table. Or was that yesterday? Or was it the time before? I don't know. The table was clean. It hadn't been used any time recently. I like how there's tits on the wall. Nice. Look at this. Look at the wallpaper. It's tits. Weird. Chuck the plant. Is that a little Nintendo system? There was a small pile of mail on the floor in front of the mail slot. How long had I been away? Why hadn't Rachel picked this up? Most of the contents were bills. There was a credit card bill there. Did I open it? It's your mail. I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it said something about canceling my credit card due to non-payment. What the hell? I pay all my bills on time. I couldn't go out, though. I needed to see if Rachel was here. Rachel, I've come home for you, baby. The door to the basement, it was locked. Where'd I put the damn key? Probably inside Rachel's skull. Hello, Chuck the plant. You're always with me, aren't you, Chuck? What's this then? I had found the last missing piece from my wallet. The old photo of Rachel, and I stared back at me, reminding me of better times. It didn't make me feel terribly comfortable. Did I keep it anyway? Yeah! Still, the image made me uneasy. Why had I thrown it away? Oh, nice TV, guy! You've got a condom lamp, too! Or television. I purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterwards, but by then it was too late. Rachel was pretty angry about that, I realized. Whew, that Rachel doesn't like television. Doesn't like me buying televisions when I'm gonna lose my job because I'm a drunken asshole who tries to kill people. Jesus, man. The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle. Alright. Let's go, James. That's who you are. You're James freaking Sunderland. That's who you are. That's the secret behind home. You really are James Sunderland. You. Our hallway mirror had been smashed. Its pieces scattered around the floor. I couldn't really I couldn't really make myself out anymore. I wasn't sure that I wanted to. He can't live with himself. My laptop had been left on. There was only a tiny bit of power left. On the screen was a website about the old water tower. There was a key at the top of my drawer. Did I take it? Of course you did. I pocketed the key. The laptop was warm. It had been running for a while. Yeah, laptops tend to run pretty long. Okay, so let's go downstairs and investigate that old-fashioned key door. This one. The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle. Okay, maybe it's not that one. Maybe it's another locked door. This one? I unlocked the basement. Oh, not the basement. Nice green box. There were old Christmas decorations in the box. Oh, God. Please tell me you didn't, like, kill the guard with Santa Claus. I couldn't even remember our last Christmas. Garbage bags were stuffed with old paint cans and supplies. There was a dirty old key there. Did I take the key? Yeah. Took the small key and tried to remember what it unlocked. Looked like there was plaster and old trowel in here, too. There were old clothes and tools and other things we obviously hadn't thrown out yet. We had way too much junk. I had put up this divider wall last summer so we could create a separate room in the basement. I hadn't finished it yet, so the old door was stuck and the drywall was poorly installed. I might have been able to break through if I found something heavy enough. Oh, great. You walled off Rachel's... Guy, this really doesn't bode well for you. The grimy key I found in the basement unlocked the door. It looked like the room had been tossed around. The furniture was a mess. Did somebody break in here? Norman! I know it was you. There was an old crowbar on the floor. Did I take the crowbar? Fuck, yeah. I lifted the heavy crowbar, and I appreciated its weight. Scarifying. So. Huh. You see, I may not have found everything that this game had to offer, but I found enough. We found enough about this guy. I'm sure the VHS tape was just him, like, trying to break through the wall with a crowbar. Yeah. With a heave, I swung the crowbar at the wall. I smashed a hole large enough to step through. Ugh. As I stepped through the broken wall, my breath caught in my throat. This was it. Was Rachel down here? Was she okay? Can I go back? There was no turning back. I had to face whatever was down here. Dang it. Don't look. Huh. Nice eyeballs. Don't look. A filthy-looking pile of rags been dumped in the corner, and the stench of them was awful. Made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile, to see what lay within. But I knew I had to. I had come this far. After all this searching, after all I'd seen, when I looked within the rags, did I finally find my Rachel? Why are you asking me? Why are you asking me if you found Rachel? What are you talking about? I'm not... What? Just... Okay. Are you psychotic enough so that you can't decide whether you found it? Fuck you. Fuck you. You found her. You killed her. It's... Oh no. My hands trembled as I pulled back the layers of cloth. There at the center, underneath all the dirt and mess, was my beloved, my Rachel. Her arms were bruised, all over and slashed repeatedly, her clothes ripped and torn, and even through all that sickening blood, it was obvious that she'd been stabbed to death. The knife I carried all this way suddenly seemed like poison. What the hell happened, Rachel? Who did this to you? I thought about all I'd seen, and wondered if any of it could help me figure out who had done this. And when I couldn't stay any longer, I stepped away on shaky legs, and made my way back upstairs. Reluctantly, exhausted from my journey, I could no longer resist the urge to close my eyes. Huh. Maybe I would use some of Rachel's travel books and find some place to go. He's fleeing! No matter what, I needed some kind of escape. It was my watch with its contents intact. I either dropped that stuff or somebody else did. Maybe I was sleepwalking again, or maybe somebody stole it from me. Norman's store, that forest, the water tower. Was I at those places before? What the fuck are you asking me for? I'm gonna say yes. I didn't see how it could have happened any other way. I must have been the one to lose my wallet and its contents. But what does that mean? It means you killed her, you crazy. There. That was decided. Is this like a murder mystery? Am I supposed to say yes, no, and try to figure this all out? There was an old photo of that other man with his wife, I assumed. I found it in that house. As I recall those faded remains I had found deep underneath that house, what had he done there? Well, what did I think? Was that man involved in this whole mess somehow? I'm gonna say no. I wasn't sure, but the poor old bastard was good and dead. He was a victim, not a criminal. So basically what you're telling me is we have collected evidence of what the hell happened here. Okay. Within the few broken pieces, I could see my face had grown pale and weak. I couldn't bear to look again. It was like I didn't actually expect to see a reflection. I felt empty and drained. Perhaps I would never know how that mirror came to be broken. Was it by Rachel's assailant, or by Rachel herself? Though the thought lingered and would haunt me forever. So this is what home is basically about. It was a key card I found in the factory, the one that allowed me to slip through that door. It seemed to me that it was probably Norman's, but if that was true, what was he doing back at the plant? Did I think Norman was going back to the factory? No, it was you drunk. No, somebody else was using that locker room. But who? It was you! The laptop had finally run out of power. So basically, we are looking at all the stuff that we've collected on our little journey here, and are determining yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, to try to figure out who the hell killed everybody. I see how this game works. Oh, we didn't even come in here. The reflection in that grimy glass was only a shadow, a whisper. The quiet in that room unnerved me terribly. That's a big bathtub. I still loved the old-time charm of that claw-footed bathtub, though it seemed like cold comfort then. Rachel loved this part of the house. Oh, really? She loved being in the giant-ass bathtub. I get you. You know, I have to admit, I did think that they were going to show us like a pixelated dead face of Rachel and really freak us out, you know? I think Chuck the Plant did this. You know, Chuck the Plant is probably witnessed all this crazy crap. It was a letter I had taken from the postbox. Rachel, were you really having an affair with Norman? But why? I didn't think things were that bad. In the letter, Rachel seemed concerned. She almost seemed worried of what Norman might do. Did he do that to Rachel? I don't think so. I don't think so. Norman may have betrayed me, but I didn't think he was capable of that. I hated him. I hated him so much, but I couldn't blame him for what had happened to my wife. Still, I had no idea it was on that tape I had found in the garage. If I had only found a way to watch, I'm sorry. Here's a TV right now. From now on, I have no one to get angry with but me for buying stupid things like this TV. For stupid things like buying this TV. Just thinking about the things like that made me sick with grief. I'm sorry that your life sucks. I'm sorry that I didn't find everything. I found at least half of everything. Give me a break. Did we go in here? No, we didn't. My old office safe sat on the floor. It used the digital pass lock. Should I try to open it? Yeah. The safe used an 8-digit code. What was that damn code again? 45867. Nope, that wasn't it. Damn, I couldn't remember. That's your problem. I leafed through the notebook I had taken from the forest. In it were the names of those. In it, the names that had been written down: Heather, Olivia, Ashley, Cheryl, Daphne, Rose, Rachel. As I recalled the names, I saw scratched out on that old desk, heaped within those nasty tunnels. Was the man in that house really up to something? That's a possibility. Was he the one responsible for Rachel's murder? But I had found him dead. Maybe I'm jumping to conclusions thinking that this guy killed everybody, but I don't know. It seemed like I had seen all there was. Maybe I thought I was ready to go back into the basement. You really... Damn it. The mail sat there, heaped on the floor. How long had Rachel been living in... It seemed like that mail had been there for a while. So who are you going to determine is the killer? Maybe there wouldn't be anything for me to find, but I had to take at least a last look. Go ahead. If I was guilty, I could take this to a safe place and think about it. Ooh. Wait. If I was guilty, I could take this to a warm, safe place and do something about it. Did I pick up the knife? Yes. I took the knife and kept it firmly in my hand. Now that I stood there, I realized I couldn't go back into that room again. I had already seen too much. I need to put an end to this situation one way or another. Okay. So... what are you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? I knew I needed to escape the nightmare, but what about the knife I still carried? I wondered, even if I left, would it really be over? So, did I leave that house forever? Yeah, you did.